Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you to the online portion of our orientation. Hopefully you've had a chance to review this before coming to work with us. The purpose of this orientation is to provide our new drivers and our driving team an understanding of how we operate as a company and what our policies and procedures are. We believe that this document and these videos will be your go-to resource on the road. Your day-to-day driving decisions impact your team, your company, and yourself. Although CAN International is a partnership between two kids from the farm, Curtis Nunwaller and myself, we bring a lot of varied experience to this company. Myself coming from a background of 35 years in trucking, and Curtis from that of a farmer. Drivers will be orientated in all areas of the operation of the company. We will review the handbook and our related policies, and we will give you a chance to ask any questions that you may have before going out on the road. There's going to be instructions on some internal documents that we use for training and billing purposes, and we're also going to touch on a little bit of the logbook requirements. Secondly, we're going to talk about your pre-trip inspections that are required as part of your job. Section 1, Professional Carrier Compliance, Federal Hours of Service. What are the Federal Hours of Service regulations? Drivers of commercial vehicles must be aware of and understand federal hours of service for both Canada and the US as we do cross the border. Those include how to fill out a daily log. Even though we are ELD compliant, it is your need and our need for you to understand how drivers' logs work. The following information must be on your log: the date, the name, your name, the total distance driven for the day, your co-driver's name, if any, the license plate or unit number for the truck, the starting time on the logbook, if it's not 12 a.m. midnight, your home terminal name and address of our business, and the total hours spent at each duty period status. At the end of the day, you must sign it, certifying the entries for the day. Supporting documents are to be submitted on request, which may include toll receipts, fuel receipts, and other documents. On and off duty policy. Drivers and owner operators are expected to know, understand, and differentiate between the different duty statuses, including on duty, off duty, and sleeper berth. CAN International Logistics specific policy. We required all drivers and owner operators to use the electronic logbook application Samsara. At startup of the company, you will provide a login information for the application as well as instructions on where to download it. You are required by law to run this application as an ELD device when in the US and Canada, as it is now mandated to do so. You will not be dispatched if you log your duty status in any other format other than that designated by the company, i.e. Samsara. We do accept paper logs as a backup in the event of a device failure. Section 3, Professional Carrier Background Information. All carriers are governed by the National Safety Code that is issued by our provincial governing body. This carrier profile system tracks all accidents, convictions, and infractions, including roadside inspections, when you're driving a truck registered to the company. Just keep in mind that your driving decisions and habits reflect on all of the employees of CAN International as a group in total. And as such, your actions may result in other drivers being asked to attend to a scale for an inspection at any given time. As our demerit points increase, our likelihood of being inspected becomes greater. A brief summary of how demerit points work in Saskatchewan. At-fault accidents are allowed 2 points for property damage, 4 points for injury, 6 points for fatality. Convictions, including logbook, speeding, and seatbelt offenses, range in point value from 1 to 5 points, with 5 being the most serious offense. CVSA inspections or DOT roadside inspections, 3 points per inspection report with 1 or more out of service items, and 1/4 point per inspection report with 1 or more defect onlys. The credit is given for the total number of inspections. Our goal here at CAN International is that we maintain the highest degree of safe equipment, and as a driver, it is your responsibility to notify us of any deficiencies that we may have. every month we are provided our score by the provincial government. The score ranges are from 0 to 100%, with 85% not being the most concerning to us and our governing body. At that point of 85% and up, if the likelihood of a facility audit or an audit on our operations is likely. The Traffic Act in Saskatchewan requires that you carry a copy of our safety fitness certificate in your vehicle. You may be asked to produce that if asked by the DOT or on a roadside inspection. Should you require an updated one, please contact the office. We will provide that for you. Part of provincial compliance is fuel tax and NIFTA reporting. Fuel tax and NIFTA reporting is required to be conducted by all carriers who purchase taxable fuel or who travel commercial miles in and around North America. A carrier must register for IFTA in Saskatchewan if their truck is licensed here and they carry on a commercial business. The other criteria to make you eligible or make us eligible for IFTA is that we keep operational records for the vehicle in Saskatchewan, and we operate in Saskatchewan or other jurisdictions. The benefits of a single fuel tax means that should you purchase fuel in Alberta, some of that value goes towards the miles that you travel in Saskatchewan. And likewise, Saskatchewan purchased fuel covers taxable mileage in other jurisdictions. The only jurisdiction that this does not apply is the state of Oregon, where all miles are taxed at a standard rate and there is no credit given for fuel tax credit in the price of the fuel. Canada International requirements are that at the company cost, we will install satellite or GPS equipment which will track your kilometers traveled in all jurisdictions. You will not be dispatched unless this equipment is in proper working order.